This video is all about feedback. Now, we're not talking feedback from your friends or family or your customers. We're talking about self-evaluation. You need to spend time looking at your video and having a critical eye on what it is that you're doing right and what it is that you're doing wrong. Now, I don't want you to beat yourself up about it. What I want you just to do is take notes about it. It's really important that you create a YouTube channel and a hidden or a password protected playlist or an unlisted playlist. Why? Because we want you to keep these videos on hand so you can refer back to them. You never know when there might be a slice or a piece of a video that you could use later on. Not only that, you will see, or you get an opportunity to see how you've improved over time. Let's get started. So in the case of audio, what you want to make sure of is that you don't get a lot of clothing that makes noise or that nothing brushes up against your lavalier. Now, if you're using a shotgun microphone, you want to make sure that the sound is being picked up and it is high enough volume so that if you need to, you can lower it in post and or raise it in post. A lot of times when I use a shotgun microphone, it's not quite loud enough. So that's something you want to take in consideration. And the reason feedback is so important is that you don't want to have to go and do an entire take, do it perfectly, and then come back and go, wow, every couple minutes I was doing this and it really is irritating or bothersome to the viewer. So you can also raise your lavalier up or down depending on if you need higher or lower volume. So that's one way to take care of that problem. And the only way you're going to find that out is if you create a test video, upload it to YouTube, and then listen to it. And I like to test or listen to my videos on several different devices, whether it be a Kindle or a tablet or a cell phone and or a regular desktop computer, because they're going to sound and look different on each unit. So it's good to test on 2 or 3 of those things. Now, you don't have to do that necessarily every single time, but when you're first starting out, you're getting your first dozen videos under your belt, that's something you want to take in consideration. So lighting is also very, very important to do self-evaluation on. You want to make sure that there's no dark shadows under your eyes or around your face or underneath your chin. Also, shadows behind you. They can be kind of bothersome. And so you want to play with your lighting, move your lighting around. And in my 3-point lighting video, you can see how I've set up different types of lighting, both on an economical scale and on a higher end scale, to eliminate those shadows and make you look great under any lighting conditions. So lighting is also very critical in what you should be looking at as far as feedback goes. The third thing is composition. You know, when I first shot this video, I shot it and I reviewed it, and guess what? I chopped my head off. You know, when you're shooting videos by yourself, it's a little more challenging, especially using a cell phone or an iPad. The reason being, obviously, is you can't see yourself unless you put a mirror behind you, which is a great idea, and or using the software called Reflector. So we'll get into those a little bit later on, but it's a good idea just to do a test, set up your tripod, do a shoot, then come back and review your shoot, and I'm talking like 30 to 60 seconds to review what you've done and to make sure that you're composed properly. Now, some people like to be dead center. I like to be a little off center just because a lot of times I like to put titles off to the side, and I'll put some titles here so you can see what I'm talking about. It really gives you an opportunity to make room for those titles and to get another visual message across. That's it for our beginning feedback section. Look for my intermediate and advanced feedback sections, and I'll give you more tips and tricks on what to look for and how to solicit people to give you feedback about your videos. It's very, very valuable, and you'll want to definitely watch those videos. Please subscribe and keep sending those videos in. I love watching them. Take care.